Hi, my name is DeShong, and I'm a professional YouTuber, and I'm from DeShong Park. Welcome to my 168th exercise training video. On your marks, get set, go! Let's go all the way to the left side. Let's keep working all the way out. It's very hot and it's sunny. It's very great. I want to walk at all. Permit parking only. Cowway zone maximum fine $500. Let's go to the playground with big rocks along with skateboarding. Our playground is fun and it's swinging in emptiness. Let's lie all the way up. The rules of play. This facility is not supervised. You use at your own risk. Let's keep walking all the way down. Keep working up. It's really hot and it's sunny. It's a little bit cloudy outside. Let's continue working all the way out. Let's see. There comes the table. There comes some brown logs and a set of falling leaves. There comes some sand. And there goes the picnic table. I want to continue going around. Let's go all the way to the right side. Let's keep working up. Here comes the trees. These the big wheat and a picnic table. Here comes some sand at all. There are some green trees. Let's keep working all the way up. Let's continue working. And here goes the big trees. Let's continue working. Here goes the road. There comes the bigger wheat of them all. Here goes the sand. Let's keep working up. Let's continue walking. There comes another green trees, another of the bigger logs. Let's continue walking. Be slower next time. So, hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you doing? Let's continue walking all the way up. Let's go on the left side. Here comes the white flowers. Let's continue working all the way up. There goes the sand, and there goes the bird. Let's keep working. And here comes the sand, and let's go see. There are some trees. Let's keep working down the bridge. Hi, how are you doing? It's great. Caution, it's slippery when it's wet or when it's icy. Let's see. Here comes the yellow sign. Let's continue working. Let's continue going to your right. Here comes the rocks. Let's continue working with another sand. Let's continue going all the way up. Here are some clouds. Let's continue working the way. Another bridge appears with the yellow sign. Caution, slippery when wet or it's icy. Let's continue working. And there goes another log. Oh, there goes the acorns. Let's continue working. And here's the sun. Let's continue going around. Continue working all the way up. Let's continue. Here comes some trees. Let's continue going. Here's another set of acorns. Let's continue walking all the way up. Here are some more trees. Here are some more logs. Here's some sand. And here's another acorn. Let's keep working. Here comes some trees. Let's go all the way up on your left. Here comes the white flowers. Let's keep walking all the way up. Hi! How you doing? Great. Nice to meet her. I want to keep walking as long as you are on the track. Let's continue going. Here's some sun. Let's keep walking. Here comes another sand. Here comes the big trees. Here comes another set of acorns. Let's continue walking. Here comes the big weight. Let's continue walking to the left. Let's continue going all the way up. Here comes the table and another set of big rocks. Let's continue going all the way. Let's keep walking. And man, hi! How are you doing? Nice. So here goes the sand. Here comes the big wheel. Here's another pair of sand and a big rock. It's really sunny. I want to keep going anymore. Let's continue going down the road. Here comes the white flower. Here comes the tree. Here comes the greener grasses. Let's continue walking all the way up. Here comes the bigger rock behind. Here comes the smaller trees behind. Here comes some sand and another corn. Let's keep walking behind. Here comes the big wheel and another set of dirt sewer. Let's continue making the wheat. Let's continue wanting to walk down the road. So here comes another pair of logs with another rock, the wheat, and a pair of acorns. Let's keep going down for the road. Here's the big tree, so it's on the left side. Here comes another sewer. Let's continue working around. It's really hot. Here comes the big wheel. Let's continue working. Another pair of the big logs. Let's continue working. Another pile of sand going on. The big wheel is in. Another pair of rocks from behind. Here's the big leaves. Let's continue walking all the way up. Here comes the sun. Let's continue walking on your left. Here's the fly. Here's another acorn and a sewer. Here comes the big tree. Let's continue going all the way up. Let's continue walking for the road. Here comes the sun. Let's continue working. Another sewer is in. There comes the falling pear tree and the big green grasses. Let's keep walking all the way up. And comes another sandals and a pair of green falling leaves and a big log. Let's continue walking along. Here comes another pair of sewer. Let's continue walking down the road. So it's on your left. Let's continue working. It's really hard. There are some clouds. Let's continue walking. And here comes the logs. Here comes the sewer. Here comes the sand. And here's the acorn. Let's continue walking. The big wheat is in. Here comes the bigger rock. Let's continue working. Another sewer is in. So comes another of the bigger logs. Let's keep working and walking all the way out. Oh, here comes smaller pair of trees. Let's keep working. So they met down the sun. There comes another pair of acorn. Let's continue working down the road. Oh, here comes the bigger logs. Let's continue working in, in another pair of logs. Oh, here's another set of trees and the falling logs. The big log is in. Here comes the acorns. Let's continue walking all the way up. Here comes the falling leaves. Let's continue working down the road. Here's the sand, and and here comes the bigger trees. Here comes the wheat. Let's continue working with the sand playing along. Here comes another bigger rock and a big wheat growing. Let's continue going down the road. Another sand is in. Let's continue working all the way up. So another log is in and a pair of falling leaves. Let's continue working. Here comes the falling acorn. There comes two pairs of sewers. Let's continue walking all the way for the row. There are some cracks within the row. Let's keep on walking all the way up. Here comes another set of logs. Here comes the green wheat and a bigger wheat. Let's continue walking all the way up. Another pair of sewers in. Let's continue walking for the road. Let's continue going all the way up. Let's keep going for the sunshine. Let's keep going. Here's another a big wheat. Let's continue working the way up. Here comes the biggest exercise ever. It's good for your exercise workout. Let's keep walking all the way up. Here comes another corn. Here comes another bigger wheat. Let's continue going for the road. Let's continue walking. Here comes another wheat. Let's make the big time. So they want to continue walking for anybody. Here's the bigger corn. Let's see, there's a bit of wind behind. There's some birds on the sky. Let's continue going around. And here's another acorn. Let's keep working. And so here comes another piece of sand. Let's continue going and walking. Here comes the bug. Here comes the bigger row. Oh, let's keep walking for the sun. Here comes the shadow. Oh, let's continue walking down the road. So I want to continue on your left side. So here comes the sun. Let's keep walking and going for the bigger trees. These in the falling leaf. There comes another set of logs. Let's continue working. Here goes another bridge. Let's continue working all the way up. Let's keep going for the yellow logs and the sandals. So here comes another of the falling leaves. Let's continue working all the way up. Here's another piece of falling leaves that needs to be cleaned. Let's continue working. Hi, how are you doing?
How are you?
Great. Nice to go. Caution, slippery when it's wet or it's icy. Let's continue working all the way up. Uh, let's continue going. Here comes the bigger tree. Yes. Let's keep going. And let's make it clean. The 28. Here comes the yellow stick. Let's continue working. Here comes the falling tree. Here comes another piece of bigger tree. So let us be caged and want to keep walking with anybody. Caution, slippery when wet or icy. Let's make a continuation. Let us see another of the bigger logs. Let's continue working. And there are some rocks behind. Let's continue. Hi! How are you doing? Great. Here comes the bigger wheat. Let's keep going. And here comes some sand. Let's continue walking. And here comes another of the bigger leaves. Let's keep going. I want to keep walking. Let's continue going. Here goes the sun and another pair of bigger rocks and nuts. The corn. Here comes another big log. And now here comes the bigger rock. Let us keep going. Here comes the table. Another sand. Here's the sun. Let's keep walking with anybody. Another corn is in. Here comes the wheat. Let's continue going. Let us make a walk. Let us make a big time so he could understand a bigger decision. So he would make a deal so they could keep walking for the rock. Most rings are closed. Let's continue going and making a good walk so they could understand the time. So let us continue working. Here comes another of the logs. Here comes the corn. Let's keep walking. Another of the big rock is in. So here's the sticky log and the corn on the big rock. So let's continue walking. Here comes the bigger wheat and another log. Let's keep going and walking. Here comes the sand. Let's keep going and walking for another sandal. So it needs to be clear. Here comes another falling tree. Let's keep working and walking. So there comes the big wheat. Let's continue walking. Here comes the acorns. Let's continue walking all the way to the right. Let's continue walking. Here's another Peter sun. Let's see. There's the sand. Let's keep working. Here comes the road. Let's continue working. Let us make the big sand. Let us continue going. Hi! How are you doing? Great. Here's another piece of the bigger rocks. Let's continue going. Let's continue walking. And there comes another pair of bigger rocks. Let's continue going. Here comes another way. Let's keep walking and going. And for another rock. Here comes the acorn. Let's keep going. And let us continue making the walk. Here comes another pair of rocks. The big rock. Let's keep going. Here's some trees. Let's continue going. Let's make the bigger walk. Let's continue walking and going. Here comes the orange rocks. Let's continue going. Here comes the bigger wheat. Let's continue going all the way. Here comes the smaller her leaves, the smaller green tree. And here comes another rock. Let's continue walking. Here comes the acorn. Let's continue working. And here comes the tree and the wheat, small green wheat. Let's continue going and walking. Here's a big wheat. Let's continue going. Here comes the sand, and there comes another big rock. Let's continue going. Let us keep walking for the sand. And here's another pair of big weeds and the big falling leaves. Let's continue walking. Here's another set of trees. Let's keep going and let's continue walking. Let's continue going down the road. Here's a little bit of clouds. Let us continue going. There comes some sand. Let's continue working. Here comes the bee. Let's continue going the road to your left. Let's continue going. Here comes the bench table. Let's continue walking. And here comes the bigger falling table. Let's continue walking and let us go on your right. Here comes the acorn. Let's continue walking. Here comes another sun. Here comes the big green wheat. Let's continue walking. And here another of the bigger rocks and sand. Let's continue going all the way up. Here's the bigger tree. Here comes the white rocks. Let's continue going and making the bigger walk. Let's continue going and walking. Here comes another pair of big rocks. Here comes another pair of trees and the white rocks. Let's keep going for the road to the right. Another big white rock is in. Let's keep going all the way up. Here's another tree. Let's continue working. Here's the white rocks. Let's continue walking all the way up. Here comes the bigger trees and a pair of logs. Let's continue working. Let us make the big time to keep walking down to the right. It's the longest road of them all. Let's continue working. Be for another part. Stay tuned for part 2. Let's continue working all the way up. Here's another big wheel. Let us go on the right. Let us keep walking. And there's a bit of the wind going on. Let's continue walking all the way up. Here comes the bigger pile of wood going on. Here comes the acorns. Let's continue walking. Here comes the trees and another pair of acorn. Let's continue walking. Here comes the big rock. Here comes a bigger weed. Let's keep walking all the way. Here comes a little bit of wind. Let's keep going and walking all the way up. Here comes the white rocks. So let's continue going on. Let's continue walking. And let us be in a hurry to a finish. Let us continue walking. They are going slower. The first place. Here comes the big rock. Let's keep on going. Let's continue walking and make all the best decisions and promises. Let's make a big time to continue. Let's start the way up. So let's be good. Hi, how are you? Let's keep walking. Here comes a bigger tree. Here comes a sand. Let's see. There comes the bigger rocks. Let's keep walking all the way up. And there's another pair of acorn. Let's continue walking all the way up. Here comes the bigger wheat. Let's continue walking. Another pair of rocks is in. Another pair of wheat is in. Let us see. There goes the trees. Let's keep walking all the way to the right. Let's make the way to the finish. Let's almost going to the end of one. And so they are starting two. Let's continue going all the way up. Let's continue walking. Here comes the big rocks. Let's continue going. Here comes another rocks. Another pair of big wheat. Let's keep going all the way up. Up there's the falling bottle. There comes the falling trees. Let's continue going. Here comes the bigger wheat. Eat another rock. Let's go to the left side. Let's continue walking. Here comes the big wheat. Let's continue doing and walking all the way to the finish. Here's the game. There goes the sand. Let's continue walking. Here's another set of clouds. Let's continue walking all the way up. Another pair of sand. And let's continue going all the way up. Now, go down the road. Another pair of trees is in. Let's continue walking. And there come the bigger trees. Let's keep going all the way up. Let's continue working. Here comes another pair of acorns. Let's continue working. Here comes the bigger tree. Let's go to the left side. Let's continue working all the way up. Here comes the yellow row. Let's continue working. And here's part two. Here comes the playground. Let's keep working. It's a long park. It's the longest park of them all. Let's continue working. Here comes the playground. Let's continue working. The playground is fun. It's orange, it's blue and gold. Let's keep working. Now, let's go to the road. Let's continue working. Let's continue working all the way to the parks. Let us continue getting that way down. Let's continue walking all the way. Attending this play show is not for children. Age 2 to 5 years old. Let's continue working. There comes a big baby. Hi, how are you doing? Let's continue walking the way to the end. Let's continue walking. Here comes the broomsticks. Let's continue. Hi! How are you doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
Great. Let's now go pulling back to the road. Let us make the finish. Let's continue going and let's continue walking. So let's go down the pathway and the road. Here comes the white flower and the rocks. Now going back to the road. Let's keep working with the pavilion. On here's the white flower. Here comes the bicycles. Let's keep working. Here comes the white flower. Let's keep going back. Here comes the cars. So let's continue going the way down. Here's another set of white flowers. Let's continue working and keep going. Here comes the bigger trees. So let us continue going to the left side as we prepare to head up part 2. Let's continue working and let us going down to the left side as we are crossing the road path of downwards. Let's keep going. Starting part 2. Bye. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.